I think the parents of those children should be held accountable.
Now, we are listening to your concerns after those string of threats. That's just one of several voicemails we have received since yesterday.
And here's one of the consequences. Attendance down across the district today. It's typically 93%. Leaders report a 25% drop down to 68% of students in class district-wide today. For more on the consequences for parents, we turn to 10 News reporter Avery Gingrich.
State Senator Richard Briggs kept it simple today.
Kids can say some really stupid things. They don't have the same impulse control that adults do.
Things the state of Tennessee believes need to be taken seriously. The threats of mass violence law does that. It says anyone, including a minor, who makes a violent threat against a school or school event can be charged with a Class E felony. Minors face automatic expulsion from school. Briggs says the state wanted to set a zero-tolerance standard. But with kids, things just aren't black and white.
If it was just an impulse that the child had, or it was something due to their susceptibility to peer pressure, the courts would probably, look on that a little bit differently and wouldn't move them to an adult court.
The law also says anyone who knows about a threat and doesn't report it can be charged with up to 6 months in jail, a $500 fine, or both. That could mean a parent, but because cases with minors are handled differently, Briggs says the final punishment could look like this.
But it still means that the parents would have to pay the legal fees for their child, and they also could receive a $3,000 fine. I'm betting that would, by the time you pay those legal fees and everything else, it's going to be over $5,000. So that's a pretty big hit to a parent.
Avery joining us now. Let's talk more about the legal implications of this tied to a case in Michigan.
That's right, John. The parents of Ethan Crowley, the Oxford High School shooter, were both charged with involuntary manslaughter. They were basically charged with negligence. The judge said they needed to do a much better job with protecting their own weapons and monitoring their son's mental health. We're also seeing a similar situation in Georgia right now. The father of the Appalachia High School shooter is being charged with involuntary manslaughter, second-degree murder charges, again related to lack of attention to his son's mental health.
All right, Avery, thank you for that. We appreciate it. Now, if you want to share your questions or your concerns about the rash of school threats in the region, call us at this number. It's 865-257-9264.